partnerships in which women gave as good as they got.
Hello. Hope the Boris image on the thumbnail. Not too much anyway. Yes, he's been at it again this week. Putting everyone in tears. Stripped to tears, apparently. So he says. The question has to be asked, is there much point in taking us out of lockdown if you're just going to put us in tears? It's one or the other, surely. Well, it is one or the other, but you know what I mean. You might as well stay in lockdown if we're just going to go back into tears. And here we go. Question time. Late as always. It never starts on time. Oh, God. They've got the Bond villain on again, representing the government. Oh, I've never seen him before. Really? A former communist is a member of the Brexit Party now? How does that work? Surely you can get two more polar opposites. I guess you guys are my virtual audience. Feel free to jump in.
I think this is incredible. I think the good thing about Christmas is that everyone's agreed on what we should be doing in terms of lockdown. I think the guidance is really important.
Tanny Gray Thompson. I quite like her. She pops up on Fight and Talk quite a lot.
Just get very complicated in January, February, March could be a huge lockdown for everybody. I think people are tired, they're exhausted, we're not, working from home, they're living at work, and the mental health pressures on people are going to be huge. So it's incredibly important that I think people just really sensible over Christmas. We're not going to be stupid. They have to take some personal responsibility for this, but we are a long way from getting a vaccine and being out of this on the other side. And I think it's quite hard actually when every part of the country potentially has different levels to actually understand what you can and you can't do, because the guidance gets quite complicated.
pretty much spot on. I can't argue with anything she said there. Oh God, he's gonna try and explain the tiers now. Yeah, good job, Liverpool, doing the government's work for them.
Mass testing could allow individuals to be released from certain restrictions, even if they're living in tier 3. Everyone in tier 3 coming out of it, but individuals within tier 3 could get a test and then what should that be around?
So the pilot one in Liverpool is really good is if you are then tested every day for 5 days with work, so if you notify who testing place somebody that has the infection close to, then you don't have to worry. That's a big change.
So the people who are in tier 3, just be clear, this was new information, people, that's 23 million. If they're in tier 3, they have to be tested for 5 days in a row and then they're free.
What tier are you in, folks? Hands up if you're in tier 3.
So if you're notified that you've been in contact with someone who has tested positive,
I think I'm in tier 3, but who the hell knows?
as the Prime Minister, if you, as we did in the
Isn't that a different thing? I just want to be really clear, it really struck me. The Prime Minister saying mass testing could allow individuals to be released from certain restrictions, even when they're in tier 3. He's saying that people who have a negative test can live in a different way to those who haven't had a negative test in tier, or haven't even been tested at all. So in tier 3, is that what he means?
No, I think the restriction is the quarantine. So if you are, as we have just done in Liverpool, if you get notified, you go to quarantine, therefore further restrictions on your ability to move around. If you get a test every day and you test negative, then you don't have to quarantine. That is being delivered through this pilot and we're testing.
But that's true everywhere. That's not just.
Well, no, that's
He was just
the reason for it tier 3 is because
Someone else talk quickly, because this guy is sucking the life out of me.
Should we all be as strict as possible?
When we were told that we had to accept a lot of people felt very unhappy.
The Academy of Ideas, eh? What a wonderful place that sounds.
The reality is that over 23 million people have now who had previously been living under tier 1, gone into lockdown, and now come out in higher tiers. It feels like perpetual punishment. And even the way they're talking about it, I'm kind of released from certain restrictions, whether the Prime Minister will allow us to kick people down and then we can have Christmas. The whole discussion around Christmas has been very much, well, we are going to indulge these people who want their Christmas with their families. You're going to pay for it. And I'm afraid that the problem for me with this whole discussion is that we are free. We're supposed to live in a free society, in a democracy. But we're behaving as though we are in a free democratic country and now saying and micromanaging exactly what we should do. So I think it's the opposite of getting consent, of bringing about trust, of encouraging people to take themselves seriously, because we are
Technocratic. I'm pretty sure she just made up a word there.
That there are ways of dealing with lots of different possibilities with responsibility.
Which is impressive.
I mean, it's quite they're working together. They've done really well.
But
That's the
social
right thing.
solidarity requires, social solidarity requires that people do not believe that arbitrarily their freedom to take it away from them and that there's no balance of this. The only thing that we face at the moment is not, you know, you said we're in a pandemic. We're in a pandemic. We also adapted to talk about the economy. That pandemic is one of the things facing this society, as are very many others. And the way we've responded to that pandemic has created a tsunami, a pandemic of unemployment, of immiseration, of isolation, of the robbing of autonomy.
Hey, Anthony.
And at the very least, I should be able to say that without
How's it going?
saying that I have not been through the pandemic. I think it's important, and I think also
Oh man, he's getting his ass kicked by a Brexit Party MP. How embarrassing. I think her big fancy words is confusing him. Who the hell knows? We're in tiers again, basically, but they're slightly different tiers. But no one knows exactly what the hell's going on, or what tier they are, or what the hell. And they're giving us 5 days off for Christmas. And chances are after that we'll either be going back into lockdown or into tiers again. What tier are you in, Anthony? That's what I want to know. I think I'm in tier 3, but I couldn't swear by it. If I had to guess, I would say tier 3. Okay. Oh, you're dead to me then. Us in tier 3 hate people in tier 2. You're like our worst enemy. Tier 1s don't bother me because they're so far up there, it doesn't even matter. He's spot on there. Clearly he had a plan. Well, yeah, and there's no point, is there? I mean, we had tiers before, and then we went into another lockdown for 4 weeks. So you do want, you know, you either stay in lockdown. There's no point going back into tiers. Because nothing much is going to, you know, have changed in 4 weeks. And there's no point just giving people 5 days off for Christmas. Just, oh, you know, give them a bit of good news, and then it's back to the sort of harsh reality. Also, if you have to travel for Christmas. Like if you had to travel to see people, family, then you might spend one of those days traveling anyway. Yeah. Well, to be honest, we plan to stay here this year, me and Mum, and I think we'll stick to that because it's sensible anyway. I mean, are things that much better? No, not really.
And Bob, you talk about the fact that cases are beginning to rise again. I mean, looking at Burnley Went, for example, we've got 410 cases for 2 households.
Well, they reckon it's 90%, but it's not going to be for a while. It'll take many months for them to roll that out. Well, yeah, it got mentioned that they would start putting it out next month. But I don't know what's happened to that. That's if it gets improved. Well, the problem is, I mean, think about how many people there are in the country. How many millions? And obviously they're slowly going to roll it out. So if it does get approved. Yeah, and also, as someone else pointed out, I think it was on last week's question time, or it might have been the week before, that's assuming everyone comes forward for it when they're asked. If people don't come forward for it, that's going to slow things down as well. Because a lot of people will be quite, nervous about, apprehensive until they see that it's actually working. There's no guarantee that everyone will come forward. I don't know, to be honest. I'm not going to lie, I would be a bit, I guess I probably would, but I can't say yes for sure at the moment. And I guess I'm always thinking, really, then eventually the virus will disappear over time anyway. If we get a grip on it and if we do the right thing. Lockdown should only ever be a last resort option when you have to do that because it's exponential rise. The way we suppress the virus is if we keep to those simple rules of avoiding wherever possible close contact in private situations. So we all have a contribution to make. Clearly, the government is going to have to make some difficult decisions. The one plea is if they are looking at introducing similar tier 3 like restrictions to hospitality, we have to provide the economic support. So we've got to align the health policy with the economic policy. So if they're closing businesses, I would like to see the Welsh government providing a higher level of support to those businesses to help them effectively to hibernate or to survive through this difficult period. There is some light at the end of the tunnel, and we are going to get through this. But let's save lives and save livelihoods. So let's make sure that we. No, I mean, I've never had a flu shot. They contacted me this year for one, so they were obviously offering me a free one, but nah, I didn't take it. I mean, obviously now that I'm 40, I'm obviously in the age range where I qualify for free ones, but I might do it next year. Thanks. Hell yeah.
I think it's important that we as a country all work together.
Good point. The devolved governments have been doing much better than Westminster. But Westminster will just take the positives. They'll just point to those governments and kind of say, well done, and it'll be a way of like taking the heat off them.
Mrs. Smith in number 15 can't get any visitors. People with dementia or dying because they're not being no attention.
Who's Mrs. Smith? Oh, she just made her up.
Yes, but it's also the case that there's been massive restrictions on visits in care homes in Wales, from Wales, and no people in care homes. The misery, the terror, the horror, the loneliness. We're making it sound as though, and then people have said, well, don't let's have.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if they do, but I guess it makes sense. You know, different medical sciences. You know, different health situations.
And I think that just seeing it through COVID eyes only is a neglect of hugely important social aspects of protecting people, of sociability, stability. Young people are having their lives thwarted, and people.
I don't know. I thought it was the same one for COVID. The one that's just been announced. I thought that was in several countries. I don't have a problem with that. You know, no one's forcing you. You can say no.
Something makes me think we'll be talking about Christmas restrictions. However many days there are left of Christmas, I don't know, but I know it's coming up very quickly. So I'm going to move on to the vote. But before I do, I just want to say that we're looking for people to join our virtual audience for next week's programme. That is in Bath. And the week after that, Chelmsford.
Chelmsford. Very posh. Bath and town, Chelmsford. Well,
let's take our next question now, which is from Jeanette.
Thanks, Fiona. Economic effect caused by COVID-19 will be felt for years. Should public sector workers...
Well, see, what happened with the track and trace stuff, if you look at the way America handled that and the way the UK handled it, Europe had a very effective, you know, track and trace system already, which was working really well. And the UK could have utilised that, because obviously at the moment we're still in the EU technically, but we didn't because the government was too sort of stubborn. and they wanted to develop their own, which has cost, millions of pounds, and has, been delayed countless times. And I think also it's because this government is very keen on being anti-Europe, basically. But I mean, that's something that happened with that, which was ridiculous because we could have benefited a lot from it. And America did the same. I mean, I know America don't have the same sort of, bonds with Europe, but even so. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful, Anthony. Full of Christmas cheer tonight. Well, I don't think the world will be that much different in January or February, really. Obviously, I'll be more pleased about the US situation because Trump will be kicked out by then. But things aren't going to happen overnight. Well, unless things improve. I know there have been some signs of improvement the last week or two, but I think it tends to fluctuate, and you can see it going back up again at some point. So, yeah, I would say we'll probably either be in lockdown or tears. Not a regular one. The way our local medical practice is an absolute mess, because it's like a group that they went into like a merger. So you never see the same doctor, or very rarely. Now, for me, that's not really a problem because I don't really need to see a doctor very often, but for people like my mum, it's a real nightmare.
For stronger, harder, longer, deeper lockdowns at the beginning of this. They want to close the economy down and then seem to be shocked that there's an economic crisis that's going to be the greatest facing for not a decade or centuries. So
no, she doesn't.
Somebody's got to create. We've got to have economic development, economic prosperity, industrialization to create the facilities that allow public sector, not facilities, to make the money that allow public sector to exist in the first place. To highlight public sector as though they're the only heroes of this pandemic. I completely salute care workers and all the rest of it, the public sector workers who work. But my goodness, people who didn't work, weren't just lazing around doing nothing, working for the private sector, getting well paid. They've been absolutely treated with contempt and have been forgotten, and therefore don't be wise to them. Jeremy, oh, go on. Okay, quickly, sorry.
Any payment support the private sector through the pandemic. We've put our money where our mouth is supporting public sector workers. We've also got significant financial support over and above the provided to our private sector. The idea that we despise the private sector is just simply to straw designed for planning. Not a serious answer to the really serious questions we face as a country. This really is about the lives and life.
Yes, and I agree with him. In the long run, the economy would suffer more if we just keep it open no matter what, and the cases just keep rising. We need a more concrete plan than that. Oh, definitely long. It's been a bizarre year because of the whole virus and stuff.
We
And because you spend so much time at home during this year
so for me, it's
and don't do normal things as much, you know, things that happened in January or February, like films that came out at that time, it feels like they came out last year. It feels like much longer ago.
And it's thinking about how we can change the value, how we can bring different sectors together to boost the economy. And we have to be really creative in a way that we never had to do before. You know, we talk about joining up government, you know, that never quite works because the legislation we work on is always in specific subject areas. But I think we have to be more creative. I've got so much sympathy for, you know, businesses who are in and out and know what to do. But I worked on the welfare reform bill in 2012 and we laid consensus education defence. We thought that was brutal, and it's much worse now. And so, you know, we've also got to think about the people on universal credit. That's pushing them into even greater poverty. So we've got to think about how we can protect the most vulnerable that we have in society. And there are no easy answers to this. I mean, it's really easy for me as a parliamentarian to sit and tell the government what I think they should do. You know, we've all got opinions on everything. I don't think I'd want to be the Chancellor right now. He's in an unwieldy position in terms of what they're trying to do. And, you know, we have to find a way out of this.
I just want to bring in the voluntary food sector. I work in the food sector organisation, and I think across the board in Wales, the food sector, voluntary sector has done an incredible job in terms of working with the most vulnerable in society over the pandemic period. And when we're discussing public services and pay rises and private versus public sector, I think the voluntary sector often goes missing enough to be. I also work with people who are living directly.
This Tory they've got on here looks like such a Bond villain. It's hilarious.
We are completely unfaithful with what they do. I think we need to have this debate within the wider context, bearing in mind that, you know, services, digital assistant services, and carers, we don't enable them to take their knowledge of peace. And we have, you know, a lot of parents, women especially, and left to that role, and they have no resource, no financial recompense to do that.
Well, I just want to say that I agree completely with Claire on this point. At this stage of the pandemic, speaking of pay rises, completely unwarranted, really. It only seems to split us apart when at this point we should stand together. In addition to that, who gets to say who should be paid what? How do you put a price on a lot?
I completely agree with Claire's point that it's really refreshing to see somebody in the mainstream media, in this case, looking at the bigger picture, rather than the knee-jerk lockdown reaction that we've seen time after time. And there are much wider implications as a result of lockdown. We talked about the mental health pandemic that is with us and is going to be with us for some time. We've seen the economic damage that has been caused as a result.
Yeah, I don't think they really need a pay rise at the moment. I mean, I think the minimum wage should be higher anyway than it is, but you don't necessarily need a pay rise just because of lockdown. It's just about making sure everyone's supported financially, regardless of what situation you're in. Oh, hey, Piper. How's it going? It's been a while.
We've had 13 years of austerity. We made this mistake.
Then again, like, their money is being cut, so, or that's what the speculation is, so that's really out of line.
he said, when you're faced with an economic crisis, precisely the last thing you do is to cut back on government spending. It sounds kind of implicitly sensible, isn't it? You know,
You haven't been drinking tonight, have you, Anthony?
governments have an absolute central role, which is this circumstance. They are the only ones when you're in a deflation spiral. It's only governments that can keep actually the economy going, and then that works. By the way, for private sector workers, public sector workers. It's a mistake we made last time. After the last economic crisis, we ended up wages have stagnated in the public sector.
Well, I know, but we're not quite there yet. I think another week and you can start getting excited.
Services that we have realized in this pandemic that are absolutely critical in being a decent society. And I'm saying after all that, or the first place we're going to
Go on, Adam, tell them.
Public sector workers, these are not the values that I would see from Thank you, and thank you for that question. And thank you. That's not true. What you just heard. So as far as nurses and doctors, there will be a pay rise as well as.
Yeah, not too bad. How are you, Piper?
That is likely to be less than inflation.
But it's still,
So that's a big cut.
in a difficult time.
Ah,
When you take into account inflation,
politicians speak.
For the private sector, and there's one, you're absolutely right, they want to not be divisive about these things.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen you on one of these streams.
Support workers in the private sector, in the third sector.
Nadine.
How do you
Look up Nadine Tory MP. I tell you, he looks like a classic Bond villain.
the next year 100 billion spending over 5 years, 600 billion? What does that mean? What does it mean to you in Swansea? Well, what it means is that in Swansea, as part of the city deal, there'll be £115 million invested in Swansea, in part of that city deal, to create that prosperity, to create the economic recovery that Claire talks about. So 2/3 of a trillion over 5 years of investment in infrastructure, our schools, our hospitals, our rail, digital infrastructure.
I think we've got a bit off the question here. Should public sector workers expect pay rises? As the private sector pays
I said the question went round, and it went from talking about pay rises in a difficult time of Corona. Yes, of course.
I know what you mean, but I guess the upside to a new year is that it's almost like a fresh start. It can feel that way. It almost feels like anything's possible, and then it slowly deflates over the next couple of months.
We're asking the public sector to contribute to the effort to get this country back on its feet. The books need to be balanced.
And I think more than ever, people want this year to end. So 2021, the new year, I think they'll be looking forward to it.
Back to the question, should the public sector work out the thing?
Oh, just because Biden got in, Anthony, and you didn't get to make me watch White Chicks.
The public sector workers have had their wages. They have been paid, albeit perhaps not as much as they would like. It might be that our heart says, as Tam said, deserve more. Can we afford it? My children, my grandchildren, possibly my great-grandchildren will have to be paying for this for many, many years to come. And the policies that have to be embraced have to balance the books.
His headset. It makes him look like he's in a control center at an airport or something.
If they be paid, if they continue to be able to pay, I think they have a fair deal as much as possible in this horrible situation.
Let's take another question from Shireen.
Is it right to cut the foreign aid budget?
It's one of the toughest decisions we've had to make. The Chancellor explained.
Oh, they've cut the foreign aid budget.
We will, as soon as we can, go back to
Fuck that.
7% of GNI on foreign aid. By the way, even at 0.5%, we're still only second of the G7 in terms of development spending. I'm very proud because my department was responsible for the vaccines task force that we hosted the Gavi Summit in the UK, raised 8.8 billion, and we are
The Gavi Summit. Where do they get these names?
the Gavi vaccine globally vaccinate the poorest children in the world. We continue to play a leadership position in our overseas development investment and spending, but also the 24 billion for the next 4 years going into the Ministry of Defence and making sure that our ability to join up both our overseas development and what we can do for the rest of the world. So peacekeeping and every other part of the foreign office work in terms of
Q&A stream on Sunday, by the way. The second one. So drop by for that.
We can, as Phil was just saying, balance the books, get back to
You can ask me almost anything. More reviews, including The Undoing, the latest one, coming up.
Showing global leadership, being a progressive force in the world again, rejoining the WHO, climate change agreement, and yes, doing more. They did that for years, but they because they realized that America is one of the richest countries in the world. I like us to do what the Scandinavian countries aim for 1%, which was the original target. So it's going in the other direction. I think it's
Yeah, it's my dog. Lounging about as always.
Even in this difficult time, because it's globally a difficult time, we do have a responsibility to be citizens of the world.
Under the covers. I should have pretended it's a hot woman waiting for me. Yeah.
But also incredible peacekeeping work around the world.
Oh, there he is, making an appearance. Yeah, she was absolutely spot on. Basically making the point that the money that we pay on like renewing Trident and on like warfare and things like that, that could go towards giving like the NHS nurses a pay rise, and that could go to foreign aid budget instead of paying for warfare. Yeah, we should be paying for that sort of stuff.
I think, Stu, just to correct you, we will actually be giving less than that, but we will be the second largest giver of foreign aid in the G7. But do go on. I stand corrected, and I think that if you look at
He's gone to bed.
Fixed it as to when
Into Mum's room.
it's to Mum's back.
I think I agree with most of the comments that have been said, but to use an aeroplane analogy, I think it is really important that we put our own oxygen mask on first. And I think that we do need to keep it in perspective. This is a cat and it's not permanent and it's going to be reinstated. But I do agree with my
When she said, I'll use an aeroplane analogy, I thought she meant the film Aeroplane. I got really excited there.
Without exploring everything behind it, and as a nation, I do think we have a responsibility to, look to the rest of the world as we have a responsibility to look after the most vulnerable we have in our society. But it's actually quite a political term when you think about it, and it's actually about politics. It's about soft politics. It's about hard politics. It's about influence. It is about peacekeeping. It's about trying to encourage different countries to support us in lots of different ways. And I'd like to kind of have a more detailed conversation about what aid means in lots of different ways. About, as everyone else said, how quickly we can get back to where we are and where we spend money, what we say, because we all talked about how difficult economically we are at the moment. The other thing is, as far as I understand it, it's going to be changed by legislation, and that's going to go through both chambers, the Commons and the Lords, and that's the chance to interrogate every single part of this and what the aid means going forward. But I do think we have a responsibility to help other people.
Shut it.
I think the idea that this means that you don't care about the global poor is a misunderstanding. And I'm not defending the poor because I actually got a bigger question about aid anyway. I always thought that their legislation had to be 0.7% had an element of kind of moral grandstanding that I found distasteful. Because I think that the way that you're a global leader is not, and I think it lacks imagination that you think that it's only through aid. I mean, we need to have and be encouraging countries to develop. I tell you what's really hit developing countries at the moment. It's not this decision to put the aid in. You think about the garment workers in Bangladesh and the tourism industry in those developing countries. The Western decision, in my opinion, to have a disproportionate reaction to coronavirus has devastated their ability to have their own industries, their own autonomy, and so on and so forth. So there's something as a consequence of actions we do. And you can't just say, oh, well, aid will compensate for that. Because I mean, their own governments, wasn't it? Yes, but in different ways. But I'm saying if you look actually at all of the global reports, they'll say that the devastating impact of the West reaction, stopping travel and tourism, as I say, but also the industry. And if we really want to do something, I think that we should have no tariffs on, for example, chocolate coming from Africa, parts of Africa, in post-Brexit Britain. There are all sorts of ways. In other words, I believe in more trade, not aid, if you want, but rather than simply treating people as though they're going to have crumbs off the table of aid. We have to remember as well, so it sounds very nice, but aid is quite contentious, very political. Aid NGOs are like a big business, right? They're like multinational, a lot of them are huge. It's not just straightforward going to the global poor. So I want to be able to query that, to at least ask questions, to have a complicated and sophisticated conversation. I'm not being funny about it, without people thinking you want to fill off the global poor, because that is actually not right. And I think global Britain, I do like the fact that there's been this attempt to say that vaccinations will be shared. I thought one of the great things about the Oxford AstraZeneca thing was that vaccinations go to those countries. So don't let's just see it as aid, because there's slightly patronising aspect to that. We think the only way that the global poor can ever stop being poor is if we give them handouts, usually with political strings, by the way. So I will be having a bigger conversation about aid, and it's not about being Little Britain and not helping people out. It's about being appropriate about what we do in terms of global poverty. Cool.
Well, it's a fair breach of our manifesto promise. The amount will, of course, be going down because GDP is going to cost the UK, we're actually providing less of a sum
legislation saying that the wrong signal about who we want to be in the UK. But this isn't simply about how. So I've been as part of our small Wales from Uganda, and I see what our development committees do working together, helping them to build, develop, and deliver in a more sustainable way. That has a real impact. And that benefits as well, I think, in a time of more global uncertainty, what we can do other parts of the world, more stable worlds, our budgets really does matter. And I don't think we need to say we can't help other vulnerable or poorer people unless we deal with our own first. Because actually, we're already told we can't help some people that are kind of punishing others as well. So one argument to have, and actually we have enough resources in this country to look after our own people and to still maintain the level of global leadership and the commitments we've made and put into law. So I'm forward to seeing what happens when
Shut up.
both houses, because as I say, it's a direct reach of a manifesto. I think it's the wrong choice. And it does say something of the values of why this UK government.
Hello, thank you, Fiona. Coronavirus has led all 4 nations taking their own approach to controlling the pandemic. Will this provide the ground that will support the notion of a self-independent state?
Yeah, that's something.
Oh yeah, I forgot the Welsh one out as well. They don't want to be a part of the UK either.
That's partly because I think of the contrast.
In fact, you've got support for independence.
Yeah, well, you're right. It's interesting. 50% of Labour support the law.
Just imagine that. The potential of Wales and Scotland leaving would be a very different UK then. Well, us and one half of Ireland. Because don't forget Northern Ireland are part of the EU.
Shown as a small nation that we can do this. And there are many decisions that we could make. We could have been, as an independent country, we could have introduced a universal basic income. So those self-employed people that are referred to will be left living. And I think you can look at some of the small countries. Slovakia tested the entire nation, the first country in the world to do so.
Yeah, I've not really watched the new one. I think I might have seen a bit of it on TV once. But I got the impression it wasn't going to be up to much.
My friend Brian is 30 today, and I think they're supportive that they will still be part of the UK. The prospects of that lesson in the action of this Prime Minister is the biggest recruiting something for the independent movement. The way he's gone about this pandemic and the way he's spoken about parts of his actions in office. And I think the real challenge is if you do believe that the unit of the UK is where the best chance.
Zing. The Prime Minister is the biggest recruitment officer for independence. That's a great line.
For example, HS2 spend is counted as a little rent, and not a single inch of HS2 transport spend is going to come to us a net detriment. But this government decides that's actually well spent. That costs real money. People in Wales, a real detriment to infrastructure spend. So there's a real challenge here in the tone and the performance of this government. They're serious about they need to act on it for the whole of the people, show more respect for people in Wales, Scotland, and they can do something about that. Taking a very different approach to the internal market bill, which is a direct assault on devolution and Welsh farmers. They're going to pay the price for choices because the betrayal in the current statement from the Chancellor yesterday does show a significant cut in money going to the communities and a straightforward paragraph for devolved responsibilities. It's absolutely not what we've seen.
I was born and spent the sort of vast majority of my life living in Wales. The only reason I left was because of my husband's job, and it's been interesting living in England and then seeing the reaction in Wales and Scotland and Northern Ireland to devolution and the increased desire for it. I think, I'd be really upset for I think that's part of being a GB athlete and those things as well. But I think what people want to feel is connected to their decision making. And one thing I'm really conscious of where I live now is that, and I work in the Westminster Golf Board in London, which is that we're a long way from London economically, socially. Pre-lockdown, it was cheaper to fly to Europe than it was to get a train to London. And so I think people want to feel connected, they want to feel in control, they want to feel engaged, that their vote makes a difference. And I think this is
cheaper to fly to Europe than it is get a train to London from other parts of the UK. What a sham that is.
Engage people and we don't have people thinking that their vote has a say. And we know that, young people, if they don't vote in the first general election after they're 18, their chance of voting will drop again and again and again. And then they become even less engaged. So I think what people want.
Well, because I think even like a reasonably small trip like London to Brighton, I think even that's something like £38 or something.
Well, I don't agree. I think devolution worked for us by focusing on London's want, which is security, better housing, cleaner air. And I think devolution needs to be seen, to thanks for it. I think we see it working, we're much stronger together. Paul talks about the internal market. The internal market is the most successful market for the Wales sells to the rest of the country.
But it's about the internal market bill.
Wales sells to the rest of the UK about 13 billion and buys back about 32 billion from the rest of the UK. Now, those companies in Wales need to sell that freely without restriction and buy without restriction. That's what the internal market bill is so important. And actually, Wales is £5 billion additional spending through the pandemic because of the national the development administration is 16 billion of additional spending. That's a good thing. I talked to my colleagues from Wales Cascades, this book about dogs in Northern Ireland, almost on a weekly basis. We have an excellent working relationship. I think what
Welsh independence, or the prospect of Welsh independence.
I think it's been divisive. I don't actually think it's been helpful to the union. I think it's also created a sense of.
All right, another California.
I think it's wrong to suggest that if you've got politicians physically closer, that they're going to be more instructive. Let me assure you, as somebody from North Wales, having the Senate in Cardiff, there is a group of people around the Senate. That doesn't mean that people in North Wales feel like they're closer. It's a political question, not a physical one. And I think that there's been a huge amount of problems with
totally missing the point there. No one was saying if the MPs are based closer to you, then you're gonna feel closer to them. The point is, then they feel cut off from the decision makers in Westminster, and they don't feel part of that decision.
We had a Mark Drakeford telling us what was essential and inessential shopping. So I don't necessarily think that the handling of the coronavirus, and by the way, also at the beginning, and they did coronavirus in care homes in Wales. So I think.
Yeah, I plan on going to California at some point. Definitely on my sort of dream list.
Because we are running out of time. So sorry, because I know I can see this could go back and forth for quite some time. But our time is up, our hour is up tonight. Our questions came from Swansea. And next week, we will be joined by an audience in Bath. And the week after that, Chelmsford. So do get in touch and join the debate. You can find it on our website. We would love to see you. Adrian Charles is coming up on Radio Live. As always, with his guests, you can see on screen how to get in touch and put your views there. But for now, thank you very much to Julia and to Paul for joining me down the line. From our audience in Swansea, thank you very much for being part of the programme. And of course, to your home, thank you very much for watching. All question time.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Do, 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 do. Okay, another question time down. Another depressing week. Almost out of the way. Well, last week's was better. That one was okay. It had its moment. Really? Oh, I didn't know Eastwood was the mayor. I vaguely remember hearing him going into politics at one point, but no, I didn't know he was the mayor. Wow. I bet the gun control or the lack of gun control in that town was scary. He'll be popping into stores, shooting everyone up. Oh yeah, I've heard about him owning a restaurant. He'll be getting his old cowboy outfits on from those movies. The whole shebang. Okay, I can't remember what I was going to say now. So, well, Bojo's going to do it this week. He's going to crack this thing right open. I tell you, people. Bojo. 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 Okay. So I might see some of you on Sunday for the Q&A stream. That'll be my next stream. And looking ahead, there will be some Christmas streams, some special Christmas streams. So I'm planning a big month in December with special film and TV streams. So lots to look forward to on the channel. So thanks, guys, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.